Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Hope Watts, board certified family physician, health coach, speaker, and lifestyle expert. I wanted to welcome everyone, and we're going to wait a few minutes to see who else is going to join us. Hopefully, you had a good week and things have been kind of unsettling in the news. And so we are going to put a positive face on it today and for the rest of the week. Now, I'm in New Hampshire and the weather was beautiful last week, but this week it has started to get colder and people are making me scared because I have not been in a cold environment in quite some time. My last real heavy snow place was in Delaware, where I used to live at. So I am preparing for the onslaught of snow they said will be at the end of October. So I will be looking for some snow boots. They said that the short ones are not good enough. You have to really get long snow boots. So I'm looking forward to that adventure, and we will let you know how that went. So today we're going to talk. Last week we talked about the Corona belly and how much weight people have gained in the time that COVID has been with us, and some people more than others because some people have had to work at home. But today we're going to talk about another aspect of weight, and that is mindset and weight loss. So to start out, I'm sorry, I clicked the wrong button. Please forgive me. To start out, I would like to ask a few questions. Have you tried multiple diets and nothing seems to work? I've had patients tell me, oh, I've tried everything, Dr. Watts. They just don't work. Is there some failure in your past that keeps you from moving forward with your weight loss goals? Maybe as a child, you had been chubby and people were always teasing you or bullying you. And you remember some of those hurtful comments they said to you. And you want to move forward, but you keep thinking about those things reverberating in your mind. Do you start strong on your weight loss goals or your weight loss quest? And as life stressors come about, you abandon your goal yet again. And how many times has this been happening to you? Or you join the weight loss challenge at work. You are determined to lose the weight and you're determined to lose that $250, whatever the pot is. I've heard as high as $500. And you work diligently to lose the weight and you achieve it. So you get the $250, but several months later, all that weight has come back. If this sounds like you, maybe you need to shift your mindset. So let's find out what mindset really is. Mindset are beliefs that we have about our basic qualities such as intelligence, personality, and talents. Mindsets are attitudes which manage our actions and interactions with the world. And it is a way of thinking that helps us decide what we can accomplish and what we cannot accomplish. And that's strictly us. There's no one else telling us this. Many times these attitudes can hinder us, and it may have been doing this for some time and you're not really aware of it. And some people have been trying to lose weight and they just feel like they just can't. And mindset is not just for weight loss, it is for anything we want to do. You want to start a new business, you want to uh, get another degree. Mindset can play a role in whether you achieve that or not. So, another issue that we do need to take up is negative thoughts. And I would say more than likely, negative thoughts plays one of the major roles in us deciding to do certain things or not doing certain things. So I found a statistic that was kind of worrying. I found out that people have 12,000 to 6,000 thoughts a day. 80% of these thoughts are negative, and 95% of them are repetitive thoughts. So you can imagine if 80% of these thoughts are negative, and out of that 80, 95% are repeated, you are getting barraged with negative thoughts all day long. And if they are deeply ingrained thoughts that you think of on a regular basis, that's what can come up and trip you up when you're trying to make decisions and set goals and keep them. As you can see, negative thoughts can be a major hurdle to overcoming any hurdles you may have with your weight loss. Many people who start out with their weight loss goals and they tell everybody, and January is not always the time to start because there are many other ways you can start your weight loss journey. They can start out with all these goals and want to do well, but as you can see, they may self sabotage themselves with many negative thoughts, and they may not even be aware of it. So, good news is many people can achieve their weight loss goals by changing their attitudes or their mindset. Research shows that the more dissatisfied people are with the amount of weight they have, the less likely they are to to go and do exercise or push themselves further to lose the weight. And psychologists know for a fact that the way you think of yourself and your body image and your mindset can predict your actions or inaction. And we know that inaction means action anyway, you just have not done anything. So your attitude determines your altitude. And we say altitude means how much success you have. This statement brings to mind a Bible verse that I thought of, and that is Proverbs 23:7. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. More good news. Fortunately, our minds are so flexible that we can learn new patterns and new ways of thinking so that we ourselves can move into another trajectory and achieve those goals that we have for ourselves or the new goals we've set for ourselves. I ran into a woman in my practice who came in all the time because she was very upset about how things were going at work. And she said, I really want to start my own business. And I said, well, what is that? And she said, oh, it's a type of business where I would, have services for people and I would have to get contracts from different companies to service their clients. And I was thinking to myself, I'm wondering how she's going to accomplish that because I knew she had not gone to college and I knew she didn't have a degree in business or anything. And I just said, well, go for it. I didn't see her for a while. And she came back 5 months later. And what I found was she had started that business. So she had truly changed her mindset to move into it and stick with it. So the other thing that I found is that Weight Watchers and Noom, which are major weight loss companies, have decided that they're no longer going to push the fruits and vegetables and all the things around their diet, but they are going to include mindset in how they instruct people, in how they help them lose weight, because they have found that mindset is very important to the for weight loss and the sustaining of weight loss. So let's talk about some things that may help you with your weight loss. We don't want you to make these large goals, because a lot of times they are really not attainable, because people, are really stressing that, and then they go and tell everybody about what they're going to do in X months, and if it doesn't happen that month, people start asking them, well, how much weight did you lose? And you're forced to say how much weight it is when you may not have lost anything. So it's better to have smaller goals, smaller achievable goals, and you can express that to people rather than say, look, I'm going to lose 10 pounds in 1 month. And it may not happen in 1 month. So try doing smaller goals, like 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day, or getting 8 hours of sleep. It has been found that if you do not have enough sleep, you may not lose the weight. Or another attainable goal is 8 glasses of water a day. And many people decide that they're going to forget all those things and try to make sure they work on losing their weight. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but we're trying to get people out of the mindset of thinking that they're not successful if they haven't lost weight. Truly, these goals are very attainable, and you can build on them, and you can build on your success. The other thing that is helpful when you're trying to change your mindset is gravitate to positivity. This means being around positive people who are always affirming you and who always have something positive to say, because you will start to take on those characteristics. Research has shown that that the more positive people you're around, the more positivity, or the more positive you're going to be, and you're going to be saying more positive things. And if you think about it, when you're saying positive things, a lot of times you start to feel better. Unbeknownst to you, you start to feel better. And saying positive affirmations are often very good to increase how you feel about yourself. One of the other things we recommend is surrounding yourself with other people who want to lose weight. It's the same type of research. Your parents used to say, birds of a feather flock together. And so if you're with these people who are gung-ho about losing weight, you are going to be in the same position to lose weight also, because they're going to bring you along with them. I have a very good friend who always encourages me to come and exercise with her. And I know when I'm with her, we're probably not going to be eating the wrong foods, or maybe do it as a special occasion or so. These types of interactions are positive, and they encourage us, and they make it possible for people to achieve the goals that they've always wanted to have. And the other thing is, there's someone you can talk with if you're having some difficulty in a specific area. They're going to push you, and they're going to encourage you to move past it. Have patience. As we said before, making goals for your weight loss, like I want to lose 10 pounds in a month, may not be achievable. It may take longer than that to lose weight. I have in my mind, I have this clear example of one of my patients. She had asked me to help her with her weight loss, and I obliged her. But she came back in 3 months. She said, I haven't lost a thing. I haven't lost any weight at all. And I said, but just keep going. And I went through the list of things we had discussed. And she said, all right, I am going to go and continue with what I've been doing. She didn't come back until 2 months later. And she surprised herself and she surprised me. She told me she had lost 20 pounds in about a week. And I said, that's unusual. She said, it surprised me too, Dr. Watts. But that's how variable weight loss can be. This was 5 months and she hadn't lost anything. And just before she came in, she had lost about 20 pounds. So it shows that our bodies don't listen to the criteria about how much weight to lose when. It will lose its weight when it's time for it to lose weight if you've been doing all the right things. So be patient with yourself. Don't try to force yourself. Hi, Pam. How are you today? Don't force yourself to put yourself on these time restrictions about when you're going to lose weight because you're going to be disappointed. Just be patient with yourself. Focus on attainable goals like walking 10,000 steps a day. You can do that every day. And most people have a counter in their pocket. Like on my cell phone, I have a counter so I know how many steps I've done. And it gives me a readout of how many steps I've done for the whole week. Make sure you have restaurants that you can go to that have healthy menus so that when you go there, you're not worried about what you're going to eat because you know that that particular place is going to have the right kind of foods for your diet. Give yourself a pat on the back every time you've achieved one of your goals. Don't use food as punishment. Don't say, well, since I did this, then I can't eat that. That's not the way to have a good relationship with food or good behaviors. Find something else. Find something else that you can do to achieve good habits and reward yourself for the good things. Don't punish yourself because we know the more you punish yourself, the less likely you are going to be to achieve your goals. And as we were talking about negative thoughts, we want to spend some time thinking about those troubling thoughts that keep coming up and keep tripping us up. It could be a thought from childhood. It could be a thought, or it could be something that some mean-spirited person said to us, like, oh, she's just fat, or yeah, she's never going to lose the weight. And so the recommendation is, or one of the suggestions is to count from 1 to 100. Now, really, counting from 1 to 100 has no magic to it at all. It is just a way to distract yourself so you're not thinking about that thought. And in the meantime, start using positive affirmations and positive thoughts to replace those negative thoughts. As we said earlier, the majority of the thoughts that we have, 80% of those thoughts that we think are negative thoughts. So we do have some challenges here, but it can be accomplished. The other thing we recommend if you're trying to lose weight, don't step on the scale every single day. You will be discouraged beyond measure because you don't lose weight every day. Pick a time, stick to that time frame, and if it's once a month, put down the weight. And if you haven't lost any weight, keep going, but don't check the scale every month. The other thing is talk to yourself. Don't be mean to yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. Many people, especially teenagers, compare themselves to idols they've seen on TV, on Facebook, and they start comparing themselves, and that is not ideal. This can derail your weight loss goals in more ways than one because you're going to start feeling bad about yourself and start saying negative things about yourself, and we don't want that to happen. Focus on attainable goals, as we said before. And you may not want to do 30 minutes a day. You know, we say it, but your body may not be ready for 30 minutes a day. So we say do 15 minutes a day and keep track of it. and reward yourself for achieving that goal. Trying new recipes, a new diet, new recipes, new healthy recipes are always good, but you don't want to do it like on a school night or a night when you have a meeting or so. You probably want to try that on the weekend. And let's be honest, all those recipes do not work. So don't feel bad because I've tried some of those new recipes and they haven't worked for me. So I have to go back to the drawing board. Do not feel bad because you may have to go back to the drawing board. Okay, so today we have talked about mindset and how that can really make or break us when it comes to weight loss. We have also found out that negative thoughts are the preponderant type of thoughts that we have. When I heard that statistic, I was floored. I was absolutely floored because you like to think of yourself as a positive person and you like to think, oh, I don't think that those many thoughts. But I've seen it in two different places that the majority of our thoughts are negative thoughts. So we need to cultivate within ourselves positive thoughts and positive things to say, because a lot of times we say positive things, it just kind of reverberates in ourselves. We've also learned that having the right mindset can help us in the long term with our diet or anything for that matter. I told you about a patient of mine who started her business. And I was floored when she came in and told me she had started her business. She had clients and she was making money. So mindset, how we think about ourselves and how we think of what we can do and what we can achieve can be a major thing in making us successful, more successful than we can ever think. So if there are any questions, I would like to entertain them now. Okay. If there are no questions, we will say goodbye. And I hope that us reviewing things about negativity and positivity will help you, not just only in weight loss, but will help you in other endeavors of your life. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and we hope this information has been helpful. I will probably not be speaking next week because I'm probably. Oh, there's a question here. You get very hungry at night. Are you eating? You may not be eating enough. Do you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Let's see. Yeah, just want to find out if you're eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No. Yes, that is very true. I've had many people tell me they've even woken up in the middle of the night so hungry they had to get up and eat something. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner are very important. And that's how people gain weight also. They eat all their calories later on in the day, and they will accumulate more calories and more weight because if you don't burn it off, you eat breakfast and dinner. You may want to include a snack in there, but it depends on how much you're eating for breakfast. If it's just like yogurt or a muffin or something, that may not be enough food for you, and you may want to consider having at least a sandwich or a salad with your lunch, or having a heartier breakfast. And we can talk about some of those food choices if you like. But when it comes to weight loss or maintaining weight loss, skipping meals does present a problem because you'll make it up later on. And or include snacks. Include snacks, especially like later on in the morning time, like maybe a protein bar that doesn't have a lot of sugar in it. There are I don't eat them, but there's like beef jerky. Some people like beef jerky because it's protein, and so it'll keep you until you eat your next meal. So by all means, try not to skip meals because it does make you extremely hungry at night. And I had one lady tell me she gets up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then we realized she hadn't eaten any. She realized she hadn't eaten anything for the whole day. So that can present a problem, especially if you're not exercising. Any other questions? It says no beef. No, you don't have to eat beef. You can eat chicken or fish. That's fine. That's definitely fine. And some people, as they get older, they find it harder to digest beef. So it is whichever. Now, my favorites are turkey and chicken. So I eat them quite a bit. And fish, if I can get, the fish that I like. But I've noticed that certain foods, if they don't agree with me, I just stay away from them and make sure I eat. And I have to eat like every 2 to 3 hours because if not, I get very hungry. So, and that may be you too. So I would say, oh, you're welcome. I would say make sure you don't skip meals. And if you find you are going to skip meals, have some kind of power bar or a protein bar so that you can make it to the next meal and you probably won't be as hungry as you found you have been in the past. Well, that's it for us today. Thank you. And we hope to see you soon. This is Dr. Hope Watts, board certified family physician, health coach, speaker, and lifestyle expert. Please find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Thank you and have a wonderful week.